So, venture capitalist Janelle, what I'm basically pitching you today is a CRM software that competes with Salesforce, but with a twist. Do you want to fund me?
I'm sorry, founder Eric. I've heard 1,000 pitches for this exact company before. I just don't see how you are differentiated, so the answer is no. I will not fund you.
Damn you, venture capitalist!
Founders, I'm sure that many of you are working on companies where investors perceive your startup to be just one of many in a crowded market. Maybe you even had an exchange just like the one you heard a moment ago.
Lack of differentiation is definitely a common reason why we as venture capitalists do say no to startups who are in a highly competitive and crowded market. If we don't have a clear answer from founders on why their startup stands out amongst the field, it's hard for us to justify taking the bet.
The good news is there are ways to make yourself stand out. We believe that founders who are in a competitive and crowded market can differentiate themselves by emphasizing either go-to-market distribution and or by brand.
Janelle, let's replay the fake exchange between founder and VC from the intro with an amazing rebuttal that a founder could say to a VC who is pushing back on the crowded market excuse.
I'm game, let's do it.
Venture capitalist Janelle, what I'm basically pitching you today is a CRM software that competes with Salesforce, but with a twist. Do you want to fund me?
I'm sorry, founder Eric. I have heard this pitch for this exact company at least 1,000 times before. I just don't see how you are differentiated. So the answer is no, I will not fund you.
Well, hang on a second. Before you say no, let me explain a bit more about my background. Previously, I was the executive vice president of sales at Salesforce for 15 years. I built up a book of business of over 10,000 clients, and when I floated my new CRM company idea with my clients, several thousand of them verbally committed to me that they would be willing to switch over to my company when it launches.
Take all of my money, dear founder.
Okay, that's the end of that scene. Now, I realize that most founders may not possess a slam dunk background like the fake founder in this example, but hopefully you get the point. The founder was making the case that it has a lock on an amazing distribution channel to drive serious sales and growth.
And this is an awesome answer to volley back to a VC, is you can make the case that the strong competition may not matter. You have access and ownership of a channel that others do not possess. That's amazing.
Okay, so that is an example of a go-to-market distribution as a means for a founder to stand out in a crowded market. Let's talk about another possible differentiator, which is brand.
So Hustle Fund is actually a great example of this. We are just one of thousands of other venture capital funds on the planet that focuses on seed stage investments. How do we differentiate?
Well, many of us on the team come from media backgrounds in our fund. And early on, we decided that we wanted to emphasize a brand in our crowded space that highlighted our team as being just wholesome, irreverent, and fun humans that people like to hang out with.
At Hustle Fund, we are prolific in producing free content, books, and events that serve founders. And it's guided by the following official voice. Imagine a 15-year-old girl who is super sarcastic, but a closet idealist.
Janelle is right, and believe it or not, this persona that Janelle mentioned describes our team super well.
With this voice guide, we give ourselves a lot of permission to do fun things like sell hippocorn plushie dolls, create intimate founder and investor events where people really get to know each other as humans, and work with founders who self-select for having really high emotional intelligence.
I'm convinced that our fund brand at Hustle Fund is a big reason why we receive and process more than 1,000 deals per month at our fund. The brand just stands out in a sea of VC websites that all pretty much look the same.
And more tactically, a fun brand draws in a community of thousands of founders, investors, and partners who all rally around us to serve founders in our unique style.
At the end of the day, it may not matter at all whether you're a startup founder in a crowded market or not. If you're building a great business, you're still building a great business.
Hopefully our advice on emphasizing go-to-market distribution and or brand can help break through any investor pushback about differentiation too.
Any other tips for founders who are struggling to differentiate in a crowded space? We want to hear your stories in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe to Uncapped Notes.